I was made to be a maker, created to create, shaped to shape the world with words, called for now and I won't be late. I'm the produce of the loving vine, the juice of heaven fills my thoughts, can't be boxed, can't be stopped, will not fear and won't be bought. I'm filled to fill the world with faith, freed to free imagination, to call Jesus loving radicals Papa's holy broadcast station. Revolution's coming. Creatives cry a new ideal. It's time to say, I am here and God is real. I believe we live in a day where God is really calling forth His people, His creative people, to take their stand and let their voice be heard. I believe that we are a generation that is steeped in so much confusion that the voice of the church, the voice of the children of God, the voice of the people who have been counseled by wisdom is in greater need than ever before, but that the language that we need to use is not necessarily the language of religion, if you understand what I'm saying, but that God wants to come in and meet people where they're at, in the sense that He is moving into the marketplace. There's so much in the scriptures and in the book of Proverbs particularly. The Bible talks about how wisdom stands in the marketplace crying out to those who would hear her and those who would come. And we are the voice of wisdom, I believe, as God's people in the arts, in entertainment, God's people in the realms of business, God's people in the realms of education, or whatever mountain it may be, whatever sphere of society we have been called to exercise our gift and our kind of calling and ministry. I believe that wisdom is present in this day and in this generation to lift us to places of prominence where our voice will penetrate the noise and the confusion that surrounds us. I believe that there is a revolution taking place where people who have been consigned to the pews are not necessarily being called to the pulpit, but they're realizing that there are other platforms to stand on. No longer waiting to be given permission, they're stepping into the platforms that the world has built in the marketplace, whether that be a YouTube channel, whether that be a podcast, whether that be through publishing on the various platforms that have been opened up. The doors have been swung so wide for your message to be heard and for your message to be broadcast to the audience that needs to hear it. Let us as God's people not miss the opportunity that's been given to us. Let us not shy away from the call to boldly declare the grace, the power, the presence of the Holy One in all of the various realms that we've been called to operate in. As I say, it's like the walls of the church have been torn down and God's people are flooding out into the marketplace and into the streets and realizing that they have a voice that goes beyond just the religious enclaves that have so often held us within like a certain mindset. But there's a mindset coming now that is a mindset of extreme generosity, a mindset that says we will not be silent, a mindset that says we may not be perfect, but we have something to bring to the table, something worthy of being heard, and we want this message of grace to be heard. God's grace is the empowerment to step into your calling. God's grace is the empowerment to step beyond what were once your limitations and to allow His limitless nature to be heard and to be exercised wherever you may be. My prayer for you today and my declaration for you is that you will step into that call and that your voice will be heard wherever and whoever you are. Well, thanks for listening. Hopefully it's been an encouragement to you today. If you want to connect any further, you can do so through my website at davidleemartin.com. Have a great day.